Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the upcoming full moon that's occurring on August 19th or 20th, depending on where you live within the world. We're going to take a look at each life path number and how this energy may present. Remember that this is a general forecast. If you're interested in your own personal numerology, your own personal year ahead forecast, or any other year numerology, please book some time with me. I'd love to work with you. We can certainly take a look. My information is in the description box below if you're interested in booking some time with me. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Life path number 4. So we're going to be working with the energy of the 12-3 for this illumination. This is an interesting energy because usually the 3 is a very big, fast-moving type of energy that really pushes us into our creativity and, our authenticity and sort of stepping onto the stage and being in the spotlight a little bit. But because we have the influences of the 12, this sort of brings in more of like the Hanged Man energy in tarot, where this is really going to be a time for pause, for sort of paying attention to or taking a closer look at what we might be missing from the situation, right? It's really easy to sort of get immersed within the situation, especially if there's that emotional charge, to the point that we can actually kind of miss the greater perspective of what's actually happening and why it might be happening. So instead of sort of getting caught up in the moment and caught up in our emotions about whatever the situation may be, this energy is really asking us to hit the pause button, to step back and become the observer, and to really try to understand, how is this moment, this experience, this situation serving us? Even if it doesn't feel like it's serving us, even if it feels really challenging in the moment, it's always serving a greater purpose, right? It's helping us to see something about ourselves that we wouldn't necessarily have seen had we not moved through the experience. So anytime we move through a 12-3 cycle, we're getting an opportunity to see something that we might have missed if the pause button wasn't hit. So any area of your life where you might feel a little discouraged, or you might feel like the brakes are being put on, I would say instead of getting overly emotionally, sort of attached to that experience, pull back a little bit and see what it might be trying to show you, or why it might be hitting the pause button. There's that saying that let's say that you're out driving and there's someone going really slow in front of you, and you are kind of stuck behind them and you're getting frustrated at that situation. But then down the road, you see that there was, I don't know, like an accident or something, right? So it's almost like that slow driver served a purpose of keeping you from getting in that accident because it wasn't your time for that to happen or something. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just kind of that type of energy where it's like, if we totally had control over the experience and the environment, we might rush through it and get to the destination, but we would have missed a whole lot along the way. And the 12-3 is just saying, especially for the things that feel a little bit difficult and challenging at this time, or you just are frustrated by the momentum or the lack of clarity, or again, the brakes being put on, this is an opportunity to kind of just stand back and see what it is you might be missing from the situation that is actually helping you. This can definitely bring in, if we're open to it, a new perspective, a new way of sort of seeing or doing something that, again, we would have missed if we were just blowing through it and, just working so hard to get our way or to control the environment or the situation. So definitely it's working for us, but we have to kind of put in the work and sort of work to see what it's trying to show us instead of, again, getting too caught up into the emotional charge of it all. The other thing I would say is this is a time to also sort of explore the polarities, right? The extremes. So there may be some areas of your life where you have been sort of living within extremes or have been very polarizing. It could be, again, self-defeating thoughts. It could be ways that you, again, talk to yourself about what you deserve and what you're worthy of, etc. It could be where you're self-sabotaging yourself because you keep showing up to a situation that you know is not right or good for you, but it's sort of the known situation. So you might have fear of the unknown type of thing. So you keep going to the situation that's not working, and falling it within that extreme. Or you might be living beyond your means, or you might be putting yourself in this self-imposed prison type thing. So this is an opportunity to really see where it is within your life, with what areas that you're living in extremes. It could be, you could be someone who is a workaholic and you're just, burning the candle at both ends and, on your road to burnout type thing, or on the road to burnout. And this energy helps you to just really pause and take a closer look at where is it that I need to bring these extremes into perspective for a clearer understanding of what needs my attention and what I need to do in order to rectify the situation, or to move in a direction that's much more centered, much more serving to not only myself, but others that would be involved as well. So my point of all this is, I know the 4 energy is normally a slow moving energy, right? We usually do not get instant gratification. We usually don't see quick results anyway. So we're used to the brakes being put on. We're used to the slow movement. But when when we move through a cycle that sort of adds that on even more intensely, it can be frustrating. So my point is, try to move through the frustration and see the situation for what it is and what it's trying to show you, because there's definitely an opportunity there. You just have to find it. Yeah. And one thing that I will say is sort of the Achilles heel to the 4 is frustration. That's what holds us back. When we're frustrated, we become overwhelmed. We don't want to do anything at that point. And so it really does deter us in such an extreme way. So if there's any area of your life where you're feeling really frustrated, you feel like whatever you sort of do, whatever you throw at the situation, it's not working, I would say that's the indicator to take the pedal off the metal and hit your own brakes, because there's something there you need to see, that continuing to try to force it is only going to bring more frustration. So yeah. Interesting energy. I'm a 4 as well. And, when I see the 12-3 come through, I'm not thrilled, because I just know it's more pause, more slow movement. So, but I also know it serves a purpose. So there's something there. If we're moving through it, there's something there we need to see. So yeah. So I hope it's a great one. All right. I'm right there with you. Take care. Bye for now.